This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 16th of October. I'm James Spann. Let's take a look out the window and check some of the Skycam shots this afternoon. First off, the view coming from Tuscaloosa. Hey, some high clouds around today. Those up at about 25,000 feet, originating from an eastern Pacific hurricane, as you'll see. There's the Decatur Skycam overlooking the Tennessee River. Some filtered sunshine there. And way down south, the Alabama Gulf Coast looking good, with a good deal of sunshine. You know, this is the post-Shrimp Festival period, which is a great time to go because if you go down there, you'll pretty much have the beach all to yourself, and the weather can be so good. Hey, yeah, check it out, a tropical connection. Hurricane Paul is on the coast of Baja California in the Pacific, and that high-altitude moisture streaming across Mexico, Texas, the Gulf Coast region, into Alabama, even Georgia. And that's kind of filtering the sunshine this afternoon. But underneath that, the air very dry. Temperature is pretty consistent from top to bottom, low and mid-70s. A lot of 72s up on the board, including Birmingham. Those are at 2 o'clock. And around the nation, coolest air up over the northern tip of New England, where they're barely out of the 30s up there. But we note some mid-70s around here across the Plain States. And we'll see a fresh supply of relatively cool, dry air coming in Thursday to keep things just where they ought to be for this time of the year for a while. All right, now tomorrow we got a risk of severe weather, the standard slight risk over parts of the Mid-South. That would include Little Rock, Memphis, Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana, and we'll keep an eye on that. Those storms can be pretty active, and then within that we have an enhanced risk over eastern Arkansas. Main threat, I think, will be from strong straight-line winds as a squall line sets up in advance of this next upper trough and cold front combination. And again, we'll take a look at the RPM on that in just a moment. There's the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning. Numbers up a little bit. This is suggesting rain amounts of about 1/2 inch. For this part of the state. I don't know if we get that much. I'd say 1/4 to 1/2 inch probably. Here's a look at Paul. That's the hurricane producing our high clouds. This thing barely a hurricane. You can see that it's beginning to ingest dry air and sitting on the coast of Baja California. That will be ultimately recurving back into the Pacific later this week as a depression that will be weakening greatly over the next 24 hours. Right now, top wind still at 90. And off in the Atlantic, we have one storm out there by the name of Raphael. It's a hurricane, top winds 85 miles an hour, passing near Bermuda. See the little purple speck on that map? That's Bermuda. They've got some rain on the island, but the core passing well east of there. Again, that's going to be moving northeast open to the open and North Atlantic, no threat to the United States. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. At 500 millibars, there's your trough developing, and down below that, the surface low is up on the Canadian border, 984 millibars with the trailing front. And then Thursday, look at the upper low setting up over the Great Lakes. It's going to be cold up there. You know, I was up there last week at Madison, Wisconsin. They'll probably see some snowflakes underneath that thing. There's a surface chart. You can see potential for some snowflakes around Madison, Milwaukee, Chicago, nothing heavy. And the cold front exiting our area by midday Thursday. So let's get in there and take a look at the RPM. A lot of people trying to plan things. Ooh, look at the squall line. This is 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And this is showing a pretty nasty line of storms, maybe severe, blowing through Memphis down to Greenville, Mississippi. But watch what happens. Let's go to 3 a.m. Yeah, it starts to fizzle out as it comes in here. That squall line should enter northwest Alabama probably about 10 o'clock tomorrow night, weakening greatly. And again, that's showing just a band of showers coming through here. And again, that's 3 a.m. Thursday, middle of the night. And then by 7 a.m. Thursday, the showers are gone. Light rain in Atlanta, down to Columbus, Georgia, Montgomery. But for this end of the state, it's over. So looks like the main chance of storms probably 10 p.m. tomorrow night until about 6 a.m. Thursday. So for folks planning outdoor activities on Thursday, things look pretty good now. It looks like the rain should be over very early in the day. And again, severe weather, the threat very low. Friday should be just gorgeous. Bright sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures cooling down a little bit, but not much. Highs, I'd say around 70. Saturday, the morning should be pretty chilly. We'll be well down in the 40s, but a high in the 70s. Just glorious weather. And the same thing on Sunday. Just great. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday doesn't get much better. That's what October's all about. Monday, same deal. Will be dry with highs in the 70s. And a week from today, the westerlies retreating a little bit to the north, a 588 ridge over Texas. And again, for us, that would be dry with 70s and probably 50s during the morning. We note by the middle of next week, look at the European. This is Wednesday, the 24th. That's a 1,060 millibar high building over Canada. Up there, the Yukon, that's cold, man. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's check the end of the forecast. Hey, this is November 1st. Into the month of Thanksgiving we go. Very cold look over eastern Canada. Very cold air covering much of the northern states. And if that's right around here, the opening day of November would be cool, dry, and pleasant. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And don't forget to watch us on ABC 3340 News, on the television or the live stream, either one, at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.